Hello, my students. How are you all? I hope you all are good, fine, safe, happy, and healthy. So, I welcome you again in the Zoom Knowledge with a new video and the new content. So, the content we are gonna talk about is all about the cell structures and the organizations today in this video. So, before I'm gonna start the video, please do subscribe and press the bell icon so you people will get the videos at the first. So let's start the video now. Okay ji, now let's talk about the cell structure and the organization, the types and functions of the cells. First of all, we all have to know about that what is a cell. Cell bete is basically the fundamental, structural and the functional unit of all the living organism that is going to be perform the various activities and the many kinds of chemical reactions in the cell. Okay, so cell is the basic structural, fundamental and functional unit of all the living organisms, including the plant cells and the animal cells. Okay, so first of all, we are gonna start the basic structures, or we can say that the basic arrangement of the cell, that is the cell membrane, nucleus. These are the main basic structures or features that we should have to discuss first. So cell membrane, we discuss it first. That what is cell membrane? All of the cells have a cell membrane, which is a thin boundary that encloses all the cytoplasm. Now cytoplasm is a jelly-like substance that is in the cell, in which all the activities, we can say that the chemical reactions and all the organelles are placed or float in that jelly-like substance, that is the cytoplasm. Okay, so which is the thin boundary that encloses the cytoplasm. It is a membrane, it is the, we can say that the little boundary or barrier that encloses the cell from the outside or from the external environment, we can say that. Okay, so here it is the cell membrane. After cell membrane, there is a cytoplasm that I have already discussed with you people, that under the microscope or under the ordinary light microscope, we can see that there is a cytoplasm in which all the other materials, the other organelles are settled. There are also some kind of enzymes which we know that enzymes are proteinaceous in nature, that control the rate and the types of chemical reactions in the cytoplasm that would be going to be performed. Okay, so next is nucleus. But in nucleus is that contain all the cells contain only the one nucleus, which is usually as a rounded structure and covered by the membrane, and it is fixed in the cytoplasm. All right. So when the cells, how the cells divide? The cells divide through the nucleus. Nucleus carry all the hereditary material in it. It divides, duplicate, and it going to be divide. Okay, when nucleus is going to be divide, it converted from 1 to 2. Then the cell is going to be pinching off from the central portion, and then eventually the cell is going to be divided into 2 cells. All right. So nucleus, if we talk about what is the function of the nucleus in the cell, is that the function of the nucleus is to control the types and quantities of enzymes that produced by the cytoplasm to do the activities and the chemical reactions of the cells. All right. So nucleus is the rounded structure that is fixed in the cytoplasm, and its function is to control the type and the quantity of enzymes produced by the cytoplasm for the activities and for the chemical reactions that would be going to perform in the cells. Okay, so these are the basic, we can say that the points and the structures or the features that cell has shown to us. Okay, so what are they? Cell membrane, cytoplasm, and the nucleus. Okay, going further, there is the type of the, if we talk about the types of cells, there are many types of cells. Animal cells, plant cells. Animal cells and plant cells have different types of organelles that are in their cells. Animal cells, if we talk about, that contain all the organelles like mitochondria, ribosomes, Golgi complex, cytoplasm, ribosomes, everything is included in the animal cell. But there is some kind of differentiation between the animal and plant cells, because plant cells contain a vacuole, a cytoplasm, the chloroplast that contain the green pigment chlorophyll, through which the photosynthesis would be performed. Okay, so we will discuss these two cells in detail in the next video. Now we have to talk about on the bacterial cell structure. Bacterial cell structure is also a type of cell structure that is that contain a single chromosome made of the circular strand of DNA, and chromosomes, genes and proteins, everything is included in that bacterial cell, and the single chromosome that is included in the structure of the bacterial cell. So bacterial cell are very small organisms. We can say that they are single celled organisms, or they not often more than the length of 0.01 millimeter in length. Okay, they are in 0.01 millimeter in length, and they can be seen only at the high magnification under the microscope. If we see in the lower magnification, we cannot see them clearly or properly. We cannot see them all the parts in the light microscope, or we can say that in the low magnification part. So we have to see the bacterial cell structure in the high magnification part, so we can see all the organelles in the bacterial cell clearly. So they have the cell wall, that is a complicated mixture of proteins, sugars and fats, and inside the cell there was a cell wall. There is a cytoplasm that contains small particles of glycogen, fats and other reserves, which collectively we call them granules. Alright, so bacterial cell contains the cell wall, which contains the cytoplasm, and cytoplasm have all these small particles of glycogen, of fats and other food reserves, like we can collectively known them as granules. Okay, so large number of ribosomes also float freely in the cytoplasm, and they are smaller than these ribosomes found in the plant cells and animal cells. Okay, if we compare the bacterial cell to the plant or animal cell, so we have know that the ribosomes are smaller than found in the plant cells and the animal cells, but they have the same function of the protein synthesis. As we know that ribosome do the functioning of the protein synthesis. It made the protein in the cells. Okay, so each bacteria contain, I have already told that, the single chromosome that is made up of the single strand of DNA. There are also the small circular structures in the bacterial cell, which are known as plasmids. Okay, which are also made up of DNA. Plasmids are also made up of DNA. Plasmids are used by scientists in the process of the genetic modification, because it is relatively easy to insert the genetic material into them. Okay, so bacterial cell also have different kinds of shapes: rod shape, spherical shape, spiral shape, and some have also the filaments which are going to be moved through the flagellum and the cilias around their body. Okay, so the parts the bacterial cell has, we have told that cytoplasm, cell membrane, the circular DNA, plasmid, which is also made from the DNA, and the ribosomes and the cell wall. Okay, so these are the parts the bacterial cell have, and these all parts have the same functioning as in the animals or plant cells. But the one organelle, that is the ribosome, that have the smaller structure rather than the animals or plant cell, but have the same function, which is the protein synthesis. Okay, so this is the content we have discussed today about the cell structure and the organization, the structure, the types and the functions of the cells. Okay, so in the next video we will talk about on the plant cells and the animal cells in detail, their differences and I have also discussed all the other cells, like the liver cells, the cheek cells, onion cells. How can we see under the microscope, and practically how can we make the slides of these relative cells. Okay, so I hope you people like the video. So subscribe and like the videos, do share the videos, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Okay, bye bye.